Good morning. Come on, friends. Good morning. You made it. How many of you are ready for a great program? Say yes. This program is going to help you to start and run your own interior design business. This program is going to show you how you can take your knowledge and experiences you have had in your career and actually utilize it, monetize it, and serve with it. How do you take everything that you have known or everything that you are going to go out and research and learn and just package it and then put it out there as designs and products that people can give you money for? How do you do all of that with the right intentions? Do all of that with the right purpose? Do all of that in a way that it serves your life, who you want to be, and the difference you want to bring in your customer's life. That's what this program is all about. This program is about taking you and your knowledge to the next level. Are you excited about this program? This program is your program. I say that because I spent several months now recrafting this entire program with the latest, newest business ideas, with the latest, newest framework, and with the best way that I've ever figured out how to break down information. So you go, oh, I get that. Oh, I know what to do. Okay, this happens next, so that you really understand what you should be focusing on. The greatest challenge for everybody attending this program is not about am I smart enough to do this or do I have enough experience to do this. It's not about that. It's about what to focus on and what to do. Everybody in this program is already successful. You have to be successful to have paid for the program and to have invested your time to listen to what I have to share in this most comprehensive create, promote and sell, learn how to start your own interior design business and be successful training program. I take it incredibly seriously that you are here. I know what a commitment it is to step away from your busy routine, but I also know the magic that happens when you do that. I myself, if you don't know anything about me, I am a seminar junkie. I'll go to any seminar, any time of the day, anywhere around the world. That's going to teach me what I need to know to grow my business and help more people. I'll do it. I'll invest every single moment that I can to help more people. How can I do it in a bigger way? How can I serve my message? How can I make sure that I take care of my family? How can I make sure that finances are coming in? How can I make sure that I become the world's best at this? This is about you becoming the world's best, or at least a best designer in your area. It's going to take time, it's going to take commitment, it's going to take work, but you have already proven you are willing to do that just by showing up here. So all of you are already successful. This program is about taking your knowledge and expertise in the designer space and just lifting it. It's about getting to that next level where people now understand the spaces that you design, they pay for it, and you can then encash it in a bigger way. That's what this program is all about. This program will light you up, get you inspired, and really help this content get into your body and into your brain if you are willing to be here and be present. There's a lot going on outside these doors in the world, in our careers, and I'm sure at home. What I challenge you to do is be here. My greatest gift that I've ever had in my life is realizing the importance of being present, of really being here in the moment, not just on camera, but in every area of my life. To really being present, even though there might be so much going on. Trust me, in my life, there's plenty going on right now. I got a lot of stuff going on in the world, but I'm here with you. If you are willing to be here with me, this entire program, a couple of things will happen. One, this information will really get there because you are not distracted, so you can hear it. And two, the level of energy in this program will inspire you. My hope for you during this program is that you inspire yourself, that you let me be here to inspire you. The lessons you are going to learn, the network and contacts you are going to develop is simply fabulous. If you are willing to grow, just be present during this training program. Your energy will amp up. the content will sink in. You will develop a lot of new business skills and expertise. The person whom you may interact in the chat forum, in the online portal of Design and Me, may be the person who becomes your best JV partner, your best promotional partner. That person may help you select your niche market. That person might ask you a question during this program that may change your entire life. That only happens if you are here and you are really absolutely present. So if you are willing to just play all out during this training program and be fully present and be here, just say, I'm here, I'm here. It will serve you during this program. How do you do this? What's our main focus during this Create, Promote and Sell? Learn how to start your own interior design business and be successful training program. The first thing is, how do you use your life's knowledge, experience and passion? We'll talk a lot about your passion, who you are and why that's relevant with your customers. Then, how do you take that knowledge, passion and experience you have had and craft it into an idea? At the end of the day, designers are someone you go to get some ideas from, right? A real designer is always a student first. No designer ever goes, I got it, I know everything. Every designer I have ever met who's good at what they do, they walk into a situation, sure they have perspective, sure they have knowledge, but they go in and they really look at the situation. They are present with the situation. They see what's there before they give any advice. They ask questions before sharing idea. They are learners. That's what expert designers are. So we want to take your knowledge, experience and passion. We want to twist few things and create some product that people will pay for, that people will find value for. So we want to package it all into some product that others can have, so we can show them how they can improve their lifestyle by changing the interiors of their home or office as per the designs and layout suggested by us. When we show them this clearly, then suddenly we go to the next level. Is all this making sense so far? Yes? Great. Since many of you might be starting from scratch right now, so how do you start from scratch? And how do you become the next professional interior designer or an expert in your industry, no matter what it is? All you have got to learn how to be successful at this, you have to learn to position yourself intelligently. You have to learn to promote yourself strategically and intelligently. And 3, you have to learn to get paid. That's really what it comes down to. Positioning, promoting and getting paid. That's the entire designer space, and the better you get at each one, the higher profile you become, the more revenue you generate, and frankly, the bigger difference you can make in the life of people, which is why we all are here. Now the question that comes is, how do you do that? Well, I think we are all here for one thing. It's not necessarily the money which we'll talk about. No one does anything for the money. There have been thousands of research surveys with people from around the world in lots of different industries, and money is never the number one motivator. It never has been. It hasn't been since the 1900s, when we got some stability and abundance in our culture. What we now have is a culture that's much more driven by lifestyle, much more driven by creativity, challenge and engagement. That's what excites us. You look at almost every workforce study around the world, and in multiple industries, challenge is almost always the number one thing people want. Why? Because challenge is growth. We barely ever grow until we are challenged or we are pushed a little bit. If you are challenged, you have got to break through. You will be challenged during this program a lot. You will be challenged to rethink what you think you know. You will be challenged to be present. Never ever in the course of my academic experience with INFD Deccan Pune branch for last 8 years now have I attempted to train this much information in a single training program. Ever. I mean, we are going to hit you with so much content. You're going to walk out of here with absolute confidence. I promise I'll organize the content and videos so that you can take away and act on it. You're going to very soon have in front of you what I call a designer's manual, and that is going to become a checklist for you for your career. Let's start with your story. Why are you here? Because you want a different kind of lifestyle, and that lifestyle is the designer lifestyle. This is the coolest thing ever. One, you serve others just by creating designs that can improve their lifestyle. If I could go back and you could go back with me to your high school, elementary days, or the beginning of your career, and someone showed you that bullet point, would you say, yeah, that's kind of what I want to do? Isn't that true? It's like, hey man, all you've got to do, create some designs that could improve other people's lifestyle. Would you like to do that? Who would ever say no? You're going to have fun during this program. Yes. You get to serve others just by creating designs that improve their life. If you ever get detached from that bullet point, you will fail. Because the moment you detach from this bullet point, you forget that you are the messenger. You start thinking you are the message, and that ego, that look at me, is what hurts most people, harms people and kills people in this designer world. When you are good at what you do, it's about the people that you serve, and you work very hard to serve them well. I hope we prove that for you through this comprehensive training program, and that you always stay attached to this message. As soon as you get away from that thing, as soon as you get away from that, you won't survive in this designer world. If it ever becomes about the money in lakhs that you earn and not about the lifestyle in which you are serving, we are in trouble. I framed it that way because that's what this program is about. I want you to be inspired by the fact that you get to help people improve their lifestyle in a way that most people will never even think about. It's never ever on their to-do list. So your work is based on passion and knowledge, only two things. As a designer, if you are not passionate about what you do and you can't convey that in whatever way is appropriate to you, could you imagine how annoying the life would be? It would be horrible. Your level of passion has to come out no matter how you share it. I can lower my tone, sit here lousily, I can barely move my hands, I can just sit here and put around like a clown and expect me to succeed in this industry. You just have to have passion. They can't hear you. They hear that old styled college professor or that horrible high school teacher, those that never really engage with their body or with the audience. You got to unleash that passion for yourself to be effectively dealing with people. This is going to be a checklist for you. I guarantee those of you who take this training program and look at it as a checklist, as a thing to keep in mind as you develop your career, you shall definitely become a highly paid successful designer and an entrepreneur. I never get away from this stuff, and that's what has kept me grounded. The only things that have kept me grounded are these things. I've been coached by some of the best in the industry. I know I'll be here 20 or 30 years from now. That's what my goal is, and that's important. Your work is based on passion and knowledge. Knowledge is something that is developed. Knowledge is something that is researched, is cultivated. Knowledge is something that there's plenty of information, but we need to get down to that level of having practical knowledge that serves people. How you design that knowledge so that people know you have something of value, and again they pay you for it, which is incredibly important. Next, this is important. Your main KRS, key responsible areas in this industry, are creating and relating. This is your work. If you are like, what do I do? This is what you do. Your job is to be a creator of design, a creator of ideas and products that can serve other people. That's what you are doing. A major percentage of your time in this industry is in these two words. That's it. You are creating new designs to either enhance the function, safety and aesthetics of interior spaces, or you are at the moment concerned with how different colors, textures, furniture, lighting and space work together to meet your client's requirement. You are creating design, and that's the exciting part, because who wouldn't want a job that's based on creativity? This is about you just being innovative, creative and tapping into the higher source within you that says, hey, I've got stuff. You get excited when you come up with a new idea. Alternatively, if you think you are not good with designing, there's always a possibility that you can hire somebody for this creative work and focus on the other important aspects of business. Let me ask you, how many people in this training program get extremely excited when you get a new idea? I absolutely do. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe it. Then splat, this comprehensive training program ends up on your screen. That's how this whole thing goes. You're just creating stuff and relating with your customers, so you know what to create. Then you're relating with the design industry, so you get endorsement partners, and you're relating with the other design studios, so you get more promotional partners. It's all about creating and relating. You're always tapping into what you can do. How can you serve? What's going on in your world? You understand other people, that's great, because you're going to realize and you're going to meet so many people here who are so very down to earth. We have like this unbelievable ability to relate with other people. Our heart, every designer who's good has a huge heart. Sometimes it's so huge that it doesn't serve other parts of their life, like they are horrible in business. As an example, most designers are horrible in business. Why? Because they are creators, like, oh, this thing, and then this thing, and then that thing, oh, and that. They get so excited and they're creating all this stuff, and suddenly they forget to focus on some of the fundamentals, because it's always the new thing. That's the challenge with designers. We are going to take your creativity during this training program and we are going to focus on it, and we are going to break it down so that now you are taking all that creativity, but you are doing it one project at a time. You are finishing one project at a time. You are just doing one thing at a time, and that ultimately builds to a big career. That's what we have got to get you through this training program, so that we harness all that magic inside you, all of that memory, all of that knowledge, all of that wisdom that we all have from our life experiences, and all that expertise we get from research, and break it down for people so that it is relatable too. Relating is a big piece of what we have to do here during this training program. So you have got to be in a place where you love people. If you don't love people, this is going to be hard for you. This will be really hard. This training program is going to be miserable for you if you don't love people. If you love people, this training program is going to be awesome. This career is going to be awesome for you if you love people. You've got to be happy and joyous to see people, and it's got to be authentic and real for you. When that's authentic and real for you, this is easy. I'm excited you are here in this training program. I love that someone told me one time. They said, Amit, there are two types of people in the world. There's the type of person who walks in the room and goes, here I am. And there's the other type of person who walks in the room and goes, oh, there you are. That second person is the person who succeeds in this industry, the relator. There you are. Hey man, good to see you. That is what makes you good. It makes you feel good in front of your customers. It also makes me feel good in this videos, because when I talk to the camera, I'm not talking to the video camera, I'm talking to you on the other side of that video camera. I'm talking to the whole group of people on the other side of that camera. I'm excited to see you all, and that's hard to do, especially when you are distracted or busy. You have got to do this in every part of your life, and it's hard sometimes. Like last evening when I got here, I came in the side door and the lights in this room were just blown up, and my team members were working extremely hard to put this together for you for this training program. I see them, and the first thing I want to do is I've got to go and I've got to hug everybody and say, how are you doing? That's relating. It's actually hard, especially when there's so much going on and this has to get done and that has to get done. This isn't right or that's not right. That's hard, but that's our challenge. That's our challenge. We will have a great training program. I'm excited for you. I love this one. You design anywhere, anytime, starting right now. You get to work anywhere, anytime. You can sketch your designs anywhere you want to. Literally anywhere you want to. You get to work anywhere that you want at any time that you want. There aren't many industries where you can do that. I mean, you can literally go anywhere. You are very lucky about this. You can work with whom you want. That's the best part about this industry. There's nobody that I have to work with whom I don't enjoy and actually like. The next one is, your promotions in life are based on your promotion. This is my favorite piece. Remember, when you work for another company, how do you get promoted? Well, you get promoted only when you actually do something. When you are working as intensely as you can and somebody says, hey, guess what? You know, there's some good news. They pull you in the office and they say, I want to tell you something that's real exciting. Then you get on the phone and you start calling people that you have got a promotion. You're like, God, really? I got a promotion today. You're so excited. The promotion was given to you. Somebody else controlled the strings on that. And I've seen people being part of that world where that's kind of challenging a little bit. In this world, you make what you want to make. You make what you work for. You make what you fight for. You make what you struggle for. You make what you focus on and actually make come true in the world. So your promotions are actually based on your promotion. That's marketing activities. Your promotions are actually based on your promotion. That's often how this industry can work. That's just based on what you decide to do. That's magical. Yeah. How many of you like that level of control in your life? Yeah, because there are other things you can't control, like when this stops, when that goes. There are plenty of things you can't control in life, but you can actually control your positioning, your promotion, and how you are paid. You just have to say how intelligent are you going to act. How are you going to really work for this, and that all happens when you decide that your creativity is important enough to do that. When you decide your work, your efforts, your hopes, your dreams are worth that, that's a big deal. That was a huge deal for me. I was trying to figure out, gosh, how am I going to start in this industry? What do I need to focus on? What do I need to do? Then I met all the other people who were trying to do the same things that I was trying to do. As they're trying to do the same things I'm trying to do, I noticed a couple of things. Maybe they are not working as hard as I am. Maybe they are not focused as much as I am. Maybe they are trying to do too many things in too little time. I thought if I just focus, if I really just put these few things into play, that would be magical for me. And that changed everything. Next is, your pay equals the value that you deliver, not the hours that you work. This Create, Promote and Sell training program is an example of that. A seminar where you get hundreds of people join online to learn the various techniques and strategies to start and run their business. Let's say I'm a mentor. I've got to work one-on-one with the person, for example. You don't have to, but this is how this industry is set up as a mentor or even some coaches. I've got to work with this person and I've got to sell my services by the hour. So I can work with maybe 8 to 10, maybe 20 people a day if I really push it and I get them start their business real fast. But that's by the hour, right? What happens when you bring a couple of hundred of them together? What happens when you do a teleseminar, a webinar or a video that reaches thousands at the same time? With that same amount of effort, you are reaching thousands of more people. You are multiplying the amount of income that you have. Does that make sense? Yes, it absolutely changes the game. How much value are you going to deliver to people? That's the ultimate question. All people pay for is value. You drive values for them, they will travel the distance to buy from you. They will get their value, so it's worth it for them. Does this all make sense so far? Here comes the next. You don't need a large team. That's another hallmark of this designer lifestyle. When you start your interior design business, your staff is likely to consist of you, and if you're lucky, one or two close friends willing to work in exchange of some hands-on experience and coffee. As your business grows, however, you may find that you need to hire seasonal, part-time or 3 to 4 full-time employees to keep up with the demand. So that's all about the designer's lifestyle. Now, time for a note of caution. This program will be a little weird for some of you if you are not comfortable with talking about money. That's okay. I'll talk about it for you. I will focus on it in terms of the various numbers you need to keep track of in the business. I know exactly what I got and where I am in the business. I shall share the details with regards to how much money is needed to start your interior design business and the probable sources wherein you can arrange the money from in one of my future training video. At the same time, I am not one of those guys who is like, wow, I want to become a millionaire overnight. I have no vision ever for money. I am not built that way. I am built on how many more people can I reach. I am built on how much of a difference can I make this one person right now. That's always been my drive. It's easy to get focused on the money, but that's why I had this first bullet point. You serve others by creating designs that can improve their lifestyle. If you are focused on that, money comes. It's amazing. If this first bullet point is your focus, that last bullet point is fulfilled. If you get detached from the first one, the last one falls out from underneath you. So that's all for the day. I am now looking forward to connect with you in my next video. Till that time, let's work together and achieve peace of mind, financial freedom and career for life. Thank you.